video for chapter 2.0. Just wanted to tell you there's a lot of things going on in this chapter that that they cover, such as grids. There's 10 ways to do this. I'm going to show you a different way. Feel free to take a look at the chapter and read over it. There's a lot of good information there. This particular exercise happens to be in millimeters. So the first thing you want to do, and again, I'm going to come here, get rid of the previous exercise, delete it. I'm going to go to my model space, and because it's in millimeters, I'm going to go to my drawing utilities and go to units. And you want to make sure this drop down is in millimeters and your precision is 0, and just hit OK. You need to go hit this down arrow and make sure you're in center radius and create a circle that is 50 millimeters in radius. Okay. Let me just hit this back. Okay, I'm just going to create some temporary center lines, and again let me show you. I'm going to come down here somewhere and right click and just choose one of these icons down here at the bottom. Go to settings, go to object snap, and make sure this is checked and select all and hit OK. I'll show you how to bring this toolbar up later. I'm going to delete it for now, but anyway, now we can snap to the center of the circle, and I'm just going to create a line from the center. I don't really care about the length right now, and we'll bring it out to here. So I got some center marks. I'm hit escape, and I have another circle over here that is 40 millimeters up, so I'm going to offset 40, enter, choose this line and come up this way, and I have another offset at 70 millimeters, 70, enter, and I'm offset it this way. And then I'm just going to use my extend command. I'm going to left click, right click, and then left click. Now I have the center of that circle, and the radius is 25, so I'm going to go pick here and type in 25, enter. Now I have another circle that is 60 down, so I'm going to offset 60, enter, choose this line and go down this way, and then I'm going to offset 50, enter, and go this way. And then what I can do is just hit escape and just click that line and left click that grip and bring it over. Do the same thing here. Click this line, grab that grip, come down, and where they intersect is going to be the center of my circle. So I'm going to go circle, choose the center, and the radius is 25, enter. Okay. Now what you need to do is pull up that object snap toolbar. So you're going to go to tools, we're going to go to toolbar, AutoCAD, object snap, and it brings up this toolbar here. You want to go line, snap to tangent, come here and choose a point on this circle about right here, go back to snap to tangent and choose a point out here, hit escape, go back to line, snap to tangent, choose a point somewhere near here, go back to snap to tangent, choose a point there, hit escape. Now we're going to come up here, circle, and down at the bottom you're going to type in TTR, enter. It says specify point on the first tangent of circle. I'm going to choose somewhere here, and I'm going to choose somewhere here. And it asks you for the radius. And I'm going to look here. The radius is 50, so type in 50, enter. And now you can see that circle is tangent. We're going to do the same thing again. Circle. And we already in TTR, tangent to tangent radius, hit enter. Let's clear that a minute. Okay, let's go circle. TTR, enter. Pick a point down here and a point over here, and the radius is going to be 40. 40, enter. Now, we can use our trim command, and I can choose this circle and that circle, right click and left click this circle. Go back to trim, choose this circle and that circle, right click, click that, hit escape. Go to trim, I'm going to choose this line, that arc, this line, right click, we'll get rid of those, and I'm going to trim again off of these, left click, then right click, get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'm just going to use these other marks I have here. I'm going to leave those on temporary. Now, I want to go to Polygon. Make sure you're on Polygon. Type in 6, enter. Pick the center right here. Go to subscribe, circumscribe about circle. Click that. And make sure the flats are like this. And the radius you want to type in is going to be 30. Enter. Okay, I'm going to go to circle. I'm going to pick the center here. And I'm going to type in 10. Enter. We're going to go back to Polygon. Type in 4. Enter. And let's see. Since we're not using snaps, I'm going to use 10. Enter. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to my dimension command. I'm sorry, my layer command. Go to center, and I'm just going to draw one line out here. And I'm going to match properties. That line, those two lines, these two, these two. Enter. I'm going to grab this line, and I'm going to bring that in to here. Hit escape. Then I'm going to copy this line, right click, grab that point, and move it over to there. I'm going to click this line, move it in, hit escape, click this line, bring that down to here, hit escape. Now I'll just use copy. I'll left click, then right click, then left click, left click. Go to copy, left click, right click, left click, left click. I'm going to shorten this one up, so I'm just going to left click, bring that in. Same with that. Hit escape. Left click, escape, left click, escape, left click, escape. Okay, I can erase this one. And now we're ready to put some dimensions on. I'm going to come here. I'm going to use radius. Let me just check that, and that's going to be too small. So I'm going to back up, and I'm also going to go to my dimension layer. I'm going to go to Format, Dimension Style, Modify, Symbols and Arrows. We'll bring those up to maybe, let me just try 1. And text, I'm going to try 1. Just trial and error till we get it right. And I'm going to go radius. That's too small. I'm going to go to 3. Format. You'll get used to this. Dimension style. Modify. You'll be doing this quite a bit. 3. And whatever the text is, do your symbols and arrows the same. 3. Okay. Close. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, radius. You can hit your space bar to start. Space bar. Space bar. Okay, now dimension. We want to go linear. Pick the endpoint to endpoint. Space bar. Endpoint to endpoint. Space bar. Pick endpoint, endpoint. Space bar. Endpoint to endpoint. And you can see that's a 41, so I know I missed it. Let me just zoom in on this to show you how you can make a mistake. I did not pick the center. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go to linear. I'm going to pick the endpoint. Zoom in. Pick endpoint. Now I know I have 40, so that's going to be right. I'm going to line that up. Hit OK. And this is a little bit too close. I'm going to move that in a little bit. And let's see, we have it located there. Get rid of that. I need to put a radius on this one. And that's pretty much all we need. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to go to Object, Line, come out here and pick Zoom. Whoa. Zoom in on this is the furthest point here, so go up, line there, that's going to be your longest point. Do a line through here, and we're going to use 1/4 inch, or in this case, let's try 10 millimeters because we're in metric. And I'm going to trim. Trim again, left click, right click, left click, escape. Got some hidden lines, so I'm going to go to hidden layer. I'm going to pick the end of that circle, come up with it. Come up. Everything has to line up with each view. to trim, left click these two lines, right click, left click, enter. And we have a center mark down here, so I'm going to go center, line, pick the end of that, come in here, I'm going to offset 10 in both directions. I'm going to trim, left click, right click, left click, erase this line, line. I think I'm just going, yeah, let me just do that. I'm going to put a center line from all of these. And then I can just use this one. I should have left the other ones on there, but no problem. I can just use these, make them all the same. Trim, left click, right click, left click, enter. Now I'm going to trim, or I just erase these. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to match properties, because these are all visible lines. And if you started in your object line like you should have, no need to worry. Just change them like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go to object line, object layer. I'm sorry. I'm going to pick tangent there and a tangent here. Come down with a line, offset it 10, enter. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Line. Actually, I'm going to go hidden line. Those are on the same plane, so I don't need that. Keep going. Pick the top of this one. The bottom. Now I'm going to go to trim. Let's trim again. Trim 1, 2, right click, enter. Now offset 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. 1, 2. We'll go to center line. Trim. Erase. And our overall dimension is not necessary here. We will put a linear dimension here. And that's pretty much what we have for that one. So I'm going to go create block 2.0. Okay. Select it, right click. Go to title block, insert. Let's try 1 to start with. 1 scale. Okay. And sometimes it comes in, you can't find it. I want you to go Z, enter, E, enter. And we can see that at 1:1 scale, that is, here's our title block right here. That's way too big. So I'm going to erase that. I'm going to zoom back in on my title block. I'm going to go insert, and I'm going to try 0.1. Hit OK. And we can see that's still too big. Insert 0.05. Still too big. Insert 0.03. Zoom in. You just got to make it fit to the paper, and that looks pretty good right there. And there you have it. Put your name, make sure that's chapter 2.0, and you got that one down.